Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
I am sharing my PPT with you. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, social and emotional well-being in the classroom. This is our topic. Fostering a healthy learning environment for every student. And this I am presenting. I am Ravinder Kaur. Yes. I am Ravinder Kaur, AIF Master Trainer, SNTTC Resource Person, PGT English and IES Public School, Bhopal. I welcome all of you to this webinar. Now, what are we going to learn today? Introduction to that. Social and emotional well-being. In short, we say SEW. Refers to how students manage emotions, building relationships, and handle challenges. These three words are so important. Like, we have a classroom, but how do students manage their emotions? And how do they behave socially? And how do they behave how do they handle the challenges? Those are the things we are going to learn today. A well-balanced classroom supports both academic and emotional growth. Both growths, they are important for the children. Now we are going to see one video. It is taking time, just a minute. It is telling us about that how to behave properly. If a teacher is supporting in the class, then it will be definitely helpful. I hope it is going to work. Not working right now. Anyway, we go to the next slide. So in this particular video, it is told that how a student was all the time going to school in the class, what was happening with her, her other classmates, they were not sitting with her, and they were not eating food with her, no sharing of food, no sharing of any other friend, any other emotions. So the girl was feeling all the time, insecure. Then she was sitting very sad in one corner when the teacher recognized her that something was wrong with her. That time the teacher asked her, tell me your problem, tell me about your emotions, tell me about what are your interests. So the girl said that she likes singing and all that. So after some time there was a competition where the teacher asked all the students to participate, and when they did the selection round, that time she also came forward and sang the song. Then the teacher helped the child to come out of that emotion, and in the competition when she participated, she won the competition. So it is so important for the teachers to help the children to learn how to manage their emotions, how to manage relationships, and how to behave in society. And not only that, the other students should also know, they should also learn that there are challenges in life. There are people, those who will not like you, but it is you that who is going to all the time do all the things properly, and you have to manage yourself, you have to manage your emotions. Yes. So social emotional well-being enhances learning and memory, as we are creating an atmosphere in the classroom which is very positive and inclusive. So what happens in that positive atmosphere, the learning takes better place, and children are very happy in that atmosphere when they know that their emotions will be respected. They are having respect in the classroom. They will be supported by the teacher, they will be supported by the other classmates. Then that very moment, it so happens that this learning is increased. Academic performance has always, it increases and reduces behavior issues. There are many behavior issues when the children are very angry. They do what? They try to, they are very disturbing in the class, and they try to attract the different things by doing different other things which are not required. So the teacher can recognize this, and very emotionally, with love and affection, that problem can be solved, because it always happens that the child who is disturbed will disturb everyone in the class, and always they are the attention seekers. So we learn that when we create a good atmosphere in the class, so it so happens that that the child also learns properly how to behave himself, and good behavior always creates good relationships, and good relationships always enhances academic performances. So build empathy and cooperation. When all the students, they see each other, and they are working in a cooperative, collaborative manner, then they share their ideas in a group. And when they share their ideas, if there is somebody who is not trying to say something properly, or is feeling little sad, and that child is sharing the emotion with the other students, so the other students can also feel. That is empathy, to get into the shoes of the other person and feel the situation. That is what is happening. And cooperation, both these things are learnt when there is social emotional well-being in the class, and it is supported by all the students and the teacher herself. And when the atmosphere is so positive, then it supports mental health and resilience. Resilience also takes place when everything is good and everything is positive in the class. Now, key components of the SEW. First component is self-awareness, understanding one's emotions. Throughout this, we are learning about emotions only, how the emotions are important for us. If we, supposing there is one student who does not care about the emotions of the other one, so the other one will definitely feel lonely. And that person who is so mentally disturbed cannot, take part in any of the activities in the class. So that will be very bad. Now, self-regulations, managing emotions and behavior. Now, this is also key point, that if you are in a positive atmosphere, then you will be having the regular way of doing your things. Regularly, you will be managing your behavior. Next point is social awareness. If we are having the exact atmosphere of learning, that time what happens, we are aware of all the other people in the classroom, and all the other people, those who are behaving in other society member, other meetings also. We can always have that type of atmosphere. When we learn about each other, when we have empathy and we understand each other's emotions, that is very important in our life. And social emotional well-being develops relationship skills. You also learn how to cooperate with others. When you are given a work in group, then you all together make efforts that this particular work should be completed. And this they have, if they have group competition, they can always work for winning. That type of that type of idea always brings cooperation, and it develops the relationships also. Plus, responsible decision making. Now, when the group leader is there, the group leader will definitely think about the group. If any project is given in the group, so group leader always thinks what decision to be taken, how to manage any project which is supposed to be presented in the class ethically and safe. It is safe for them or not, and respectful choices. It so happens that children sometimes say, we don't want to go into that particular group. In this group only we are safe. So it should not happen like this. Everybody should have respect for each and everyone in the classroom. So it is responsible decision making so the responsible decision making can be taken by the group leader. Any point anybody would like to ask till here? Anybody who wants to ask anything? No? Okay. Now, teachers' role in promoting social emotional well-being. Now, how teachers they can do this? Model positive behavior and emotional regulation. If you are regular, if you are positive in your behavior, and you give respect to everyone in the classroom, it is very important. There are different types of children. If you have your class of 40 students, so what happens is 40 different types of children will be there. They are coming from different backgrounds, and the different religions also. It is your work to see that every student is treated positively, and every student is given the chance to present in the class. Now, it is teachers' role to build a safe, inclusive environment. It should happen that nobody is scared in the class. Nobody is hesitant. Everybody should get the chance to represent the ideas. Everybody should get the chance to get into the group and present their projects, present their PPTs, and feel safe. On the basis of the religion, caste, and creed, they should not be treated badly. Now, it is teachers' role to encourage open communication. Open communication is very important. When the students get together, they work in a group. So it so happens that they are encouraged to exchange their ideas. When they exchange their ideas, naturally they develop good relationship. So it is the role of the teacher to promote all those good things. Recognize and respond to students' emotional needs. It is very important that the teacher should have good behavior towards the students, and she should give each and every child a chance to read in the class if it is a reading class, and to get into the group discussions and to present the ideas. And it should not be that one leader is only all the time leading the group. They can change the leader also, so that each and every child is getting the ability of leadership also. And when the child is given the chance and the atmosphere is very positive, so naturally the social emotional well-being will take place, and it will increase the academic performances. Here we have the role of the teacher. So happy teacher, the heartful teacher is the one who is subtle facilitator, the one who can change the things in an indirect manner. It should not be that directly she is doing something, but indirectly and in a very positive manner she is creating the atmosphere in the class. And she is the one who is, or he or she is the one who is effective delegator, the one who assigns the work properly to each and every child. So every child, if it is a class of 40 students, every child is important for the teacher. And she nurtures inspiration to all the good students according to the taste and interest of the student. The teacher tries to inspire the student so that the student can get enhancement of the talent he or she is having. Now, centered and relaxed. It is important that the teacher is now relaxed, and sometimes she does not lose her temper in the class. It so happens that some of the students may be in such a manner that they are creating, all the challenges in the class, or they are attention seeker. That time also the teacher is supposed to be very relaxed and should not lose control of herself. Perfect role model. She has to be perfect role model. It means if we want our students to follow the time, follow the submission of the notebooks at the proper time, so it is important that we also come at the proper time in the class. We are regular, the teachers are regular, and they manage the things very well. Then only there will be any social or emotional well-being in the class. And she should be a catalyst for the change, a leading person who always does something or the other, a person by seeing whom the changes are taking place. And most of all, that is good listener. A teacher is supposed to be a good listener. When the teacher listens to the problems of the student, Sometimes it happens that a particular student does not speak in the class. So it is the duty of the teacher that the teacher listens to the child after the class is over, and then all that time counsel the students properly. Then it should be a joyful and conducive atmosphere in the classroom. The teacher creates all this. So it is important work of the teacher to create such atmosphere in the class. Now, strategies to foster social emotional well-being. Now here is morning check-ins. What is the meaning of morning check-ins? Anybody can tell me? From the educators, can you tell me please what are morning check-ins? Yes, dear educators, please reply. Today everybody is quiet. Why? Morning
I'm
check.
from morning check. May I? Yeah.
Yes, please, Namrata ma'am.
For me, morning check-ins means that you can start the day by asking how the student feel. Like you can hear where the children place their name, happy, okay, sad, excited. Are you excited today? Okay.
Yes.
Are you happy today? So we can ask these kind of question in the morning when they arrive in the class.
Yes, and that also, and then you can have some other activities also. Like they can make the emojis. How are they feeling today? So emojis they are making. How was the week of the day? Sorry, how was the week last week? How you have spent, and how is the day today? And another activity, that is the rose, bud, and thorn. In the rose, you will ask the child, or the child will herself tell what all things in which all fields he got the success. And bud is opportunities, what all opportunities are still open for him. And thorn, if there were any challenges during completing any work that time. So all these things, if we foster right in the morning, then the children are, all in a mindset that now the work is starting, and they can always start the day very nicely. So morning check-ins are very important. Thank you, Namrata ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mindful practices are yoga practices by which children do breathing exercises, and they learn to calm their minds. Before starting our class, we can start this breathing exercise, so that children get all the children, they get down into that calm and quiet mood, and then they start their subject. This really works like anything. I have also experimented in my class. Now, circle time or group discussion. Circle time is the time when the children get together, and they talk about their talents, which all in which fields they are interested, and they do group discussion. They can present some song. They can present some dialogues from some of the activities. So that is the circle time. Circle time is conducted by the teacher along with the students. Collaborative activities. These are the activities. These are the group activities when all together students they get into preparing some project or some PPT. They all together prepare and then they present in the class. So when they are together, the main aim is to foster the collaboration in the class. So it is important that they are given the task, and they keep each and everyone into activity, and then they work together. So that will definitely foster the social emotional well-being in the class. Positive enforcement and feedback. It is important that positive enforcement is done, that all the time people should know how to behave, and presenting something desirable. Positive reinforcement means if a person has done something, and then afterwards the person is awarded for that, that is positive enforcement. Supposing a child has done some work And first the parents are telling, first you do the homework and then you can watch the TV. When the child is given the chance to watch the TV, that is reinforcement. So that is positive reinforcement and feedback. Feedback is given by the students to the teacher, and it sometimes it is very important work to take, feedback. There is no need to put the name, but you can give the feedback according to the your taste and interest. And when you see that the students are not writing the name and they are giving the feedback, so sometimes they write their problem also in that. So you can help the particular student who is facing a problem, because sometimes children are very shy, they do not speak in public. So when they share the written form, so it so happens that they are now the teacher is able to solve that problem. Even that child who's having so much of problem can be recommended to the school counselor, so that the child emotionally feels safe in the school, in the classroom. I hope this video works. I don't know why they are not working today. This is that activity. Something has happened. Well, this is that I can do it myself only, I'll tell you. In this video, we were about to see that how to do one activity, that is breathing exercise. If you will all come together with me, I will teach you. It's a very interesting exercise. Are you with me, everyone, educators?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you have to sit in relaxed position. Take a deep breath in. Hold for 7 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After holding, release for 8 counts slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now relax yourself. So when once, twice or thrice you will do this, then what will happen? That it will calm the brain of the child, and it enhances the learning power also. So it is important for us. Okay. Now, creating a supportive atmosphere, environment. How can we do this? Yes. Now, set clear expectations and boundaries. When the teacher gives a particular time which is fixed, and it is not, at all disturbed by anyone, clearly tell the students that this and this work you have to do, and this is how you have to behave in the campus, this is how you have to behave in the class, this is how you have to walk out. Then that is the clear expectation and boundaries which the students are supposed to follow. Then naturally their behavior will be good, and they will work according to the demand of the school and the classroom. Next is encourage respect and empathy. Very important. This point is very important. We have to encourage the respect. We have to respect for whom? Respect for each and every student. Like every student is important. It cannot happen that there is one slow learner, so we do not have respect for that child. Every child is important, and every person is important. Every person is important to the other person. So in a group, in a classroom, every student should respect the other student. And empathy is important, because when you have sympathy, you are showing your kindness to other. But empathy means when you can feel the pain of the other. When a particular student who is sorrowful today and tells about that this and this has happened, You should have that capability that you go into the shoes of that person, and then you feel that pain yourself. And that is what is important for you. Then you can help that person. That is empathy. Now, address bullying and exclusions immediately. If anybody is trying to do bullying in the class, that should be stopped immediately. In instant, that very moment, the action should be taken, so that no more it is bullying, that anybody is bullying in the class to anyone else. And design flexible and inclusive classrooms. Flexible, where everybody's ideas are important, everybody is giving the idea, and the ideas are respected. Where it is not that one thing, if one person is good in doing one thing, okay, the other person is good in the other thing. So have the flexible idea that one person will do this task, the other person will do different tasks. So when you are having a collaborative activity, that time you have to be flexible. Give the chance to the child in which he or she is capable. Then only the inclusive classroom spaces will be created, and it will be a supportive environment where children could enhance their academic performances. Now, it is not only your our work. Teachers are not only the one, those who are all the time working. We have to take the parents and community also for the help. So it is important on the part of the teachers that they have regular communication with the parents. We are always mentioning that how many parents did we call during our hour, isn't it? So in our school time, maybe two parents daily or three parents daily we must talk. It is not only for complaining about the student, but you can always call the parents for appreciating the child also, so that the parents, they feel so happy that my child is doing in a very well manner in the classroom. And next point is involve families in SEL programs. SEL is social emotional learning. In such programs, the family should also be called. When there is circle time, you can call the parents also in that, and let them come and involve themselves and present their ideas. Coordinate with counselors and support staff. See, this is very important that the counselors are there in the school. So many problems which we are unable to face and save and solve. The counselors are experts. They can always solve the problem. They can find out what is happening with the child, why the child is so slow. Sometimes it happens that the child is having a very bad handwriting. So what is the reason behind the child's bad handwriting? Or why the child is feeling so sad all of a sudden? Why the child is not paying attention, even when you have told so many times that do in this manner, that manner. The child is not learning, child is not ready to listen. So the counselor can find out what is the key reason behind it, and they always get a new ideas. And I have seen this personally, that the counselors, they really help and the child becomes normal. So what is our duty is to have the good atmosphere in the classroom, so that each and every child feels that I'm safe, I'm happy, I'm supported, I'm respected. And we can take the help of support staff also. With the help of them, we can we can have a very good atmosphere in the school, and we can present our ideas and let the children also have a happy learning. Now let us see. We have discussed that the counselors are helping us. We have to recognize also signs a student may be struggling. What are the signs? Uh, how will we recognize that particular child is struggling with emotional disturbances? So it so happens withdrawal or isolation. The child becomes lonely. The child does not respond in the class. The child does not speak with others in the class, does not, take any activity in the class, or when the other children are telling, because I have seen some of the children, they are just very, very quiet. And then we have to find out what is the reason. It so happened once that there was one student, it was told one story like that, one student who was from a very, very good family, both mother and father, they were IS officers. The child was also brilliant and he used to always answer in the class. But it so happened that day that the child was not answering anything. So it so happened that the teacher asked the child that what is happening, why are you not? When she asked outside the class, the child said that today there was a fight at home. So he could not manage what to do, what not to do in the class. That's why he was feeling very sad. So such things can happen in the families which will affect the mind of the child, or maybe child is not able to complete the homework or the given task at the proper time. Mostly it happens that the students, when they have not completed their homework or not prepared their projects, they are always, in a very sad mood. They do not know, supposing sometime the child is not getting any help from the parents in preparing the project, or some particular things are not given to the child, so the child will feel lonely, child feels left out. So when such things happen, then it means that the child needs our help. Sudden drop in performance, it can happen. How will we find that the person is mentally, emotionally disturbed? When the performance of the child is going down, performance is deteriorating, then we can find out that there is something wrong with the child. The child really needs our help. Aggression or disruptive behavior. Now, I told you earlier also that it is not that the child becomes lonely and the quiet. There are other children also, those who are very aggressive. Supposing they do not, they come from such families where there are so many disturbances, such types of children, they become aggressive and they want to seek the attention of the teacher, and they want to seek the attention of the other students towards themselves. So it is such a behavior that is very, very intolerable, and that behavior creates, bad atmosphere in the class. So we have to learn what is the main issue behind the child's behavior. Is he purposely doing it, or is he mentally disturbed, emotionally disturbed? So counselor is the best person to be talked about all this. Plus, if not the counselor, all the teachers are also counselor. They can also, tell the particular child that how to behave. Anxiety and sadness. Now, mostly sometimes it so happens that the children are suffering from some disease, and the child is feeling so sad at heart. It is not only the family disturbances, it is the sometimes the child is very anxious. What will happen? It so happened in my one of my classes, there one student was always disturbing, and the parents also came. Parents said that this particular child is not listening at home also. What is the reason? We are unable to understand. Then after so much of counseling, we came to know that the child was having one a younger brother. Because the gap was too much, that's why the child could not take it that another brother has come in the family, another child has come in the family, and that child is getting the attention and he is not getting the attention. So such types of examples are there where the child almost feels very bad, and he behaves in a very bad manner and disturbs the whole class. So, for emotional well being, it is important that such children should be treated outside the class in a very calm and quiet manner, and more, counseling should be done of such students. And then this is what we did with that student, and then after some time, he became a very good student in the class. Now we come to conclusion. Social and emotional well-being is as crucial as the academic success. So what if you have come 100 out of 100, but if you are a very disturbed person, it will be of no use, because when you go for interviews, the people are taking those candidates, those who are emotionally well behaved. A caring classroom nurtures happy, confident, and successful learners. It so happens that in the classroom, where there is proper learning taking place over there, the classroom has become very caring. So when the caring classroom is there, naturally it nurtures happiness, and the students are very confident, and every child is taking interest in the class. That is what is, successful class for all of us. And all the people, those who are teaching in the class, they also feel so happy that yes, this was my success, that I have done my work properly. My all the children, they are learning and they are in a happy mood. See, all the children are not of the same intelligence. Emotional intelligence is different of each and every child, but we have to work according to them, and we have to create such activities, such atmosphere in the class, so that they feel respected, supported, and the life skills of relationship management and emotional well-being, all that is created in the class. Then only that class is successful, that teaching and learning is successful. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Now you can ask the questions. I'm stopping my PPT now.
Ma'am, thank you so much for helping us becoming more aware of the importance of social and emotional wellness. Because
Yes,
while many of these practices we are already part of our daily routine, we now realize how truly meaningful they are for child's development. Likewise, if we talk about when we talk about teachers, if a teacher is socially and emotionally balanced, they are better equipped to handle classroom situations with empathy,
that is,
patience, and understanding. And this is what you already, discussed and make us aware more. Thank you for
that.
today.
Thank you, ma'am. What happens is, ma'am's point is very great. Ma'am has told us that first the teacher is supposed to be well behaved. Teacher is supposed to be emotionally controlled. The teacher, if the teacher is like that, then only she or he can produce results in the class, isn't it? Otherwise, it is of no use.
Yes, ma'am. We have to be emotionally strong. If we
We have
cannot,
to
then
be emotionally strong ourselves first, then only we can bring results in our classrooms.
true,
That
ma'am.
is true, ma'am. Anybody
And it
else?
was a wonderful session. Thank you, ma'am, once again.
Thank you,
Your
ma'am.
sessions are always wonderful.
Thank you for attending. Today my video did not work, sir. I don't know why.
No, but ma'am, after apart from the videos, also it was a wonderful session, ma'am. And indeed, it will help us to grow and do good in our classrooms.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Anybody else wants to ask anything? Archana ma'am is there with us today. Archana ma'am, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm sorry I joined in late, so I missed half of it.
Doesn't matter. I want your expert advice, ma'am.
Whatever I heard was very nice. Thank you so much. But I'm feeling bad. Somebody called up and I had to take that call. So
Okay.
see with that. And even last two times I was not in stations. I missed yours. I was traveling. So, but this one was really nice, and I think if these steps are followed and we actually implement what you've suggested, things could definitely be better.
Yes, ma'am.
So it was a good
Thank you,
research.
Archana ma'am. Without your compliment, I feel incomplete.
No, not at all. It's just you're being too good to me, and thank you so much for the.
Yes, ma'am.
I
Ma'am, what
actually
happens
want.
is when I was going through the PPT, na, all the children in my class, they were just coming in front of my eyes. That
Yeah.
how they behave, what are their problems. Some
Yes.
of the problem which I shared, they were real problems, ma'am.
Right.
It's not created stories.
I know. It's your experience which can be seen. It gets reflected, when you talk. So it's your experience.
Yes.
You are in touch. I have been out of touch for the last 6 years, but you are still in touch, so you know it better.
Yes.
I only get inputs from different people, different sources. So I am myself not in touch. I'm just, doing things theoretically. But
Oh,
you
ma'am,
people,
you are in touch with all of us. That
of
is great.
course.
One request has come that what
Yeah.
is the mindful activity? Mindful activity is that breathing exercise which I told you people.
Ma'am,
Okay.
is it work for the class 1 or 5 children also?
It really works, ma'am.
Okay.
It is experimented. I have seen that it is scientifically experimented, this activity. You have to take a deep breath in slowly. They will hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then release slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. If you don't
Okay,
want to
ma'am.
do this, then slow breathing. Inhale from left, hold, then release from the right. Then again inhale from right and exhale from left. So like this. This is very simple exercise. This really calms our mind. You should also do it. I hope
Okay,
I am
ma'am.
clear.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Anybody else, please?